everyone. Welcome to Rickhouse Reviews. As always, it is Ryan.
I am Doug.
And today we have a unicorn among unicorns, the Pappy Van Winkle LotB 12-year here on Rickhouse Reviews. So, I'm super excited about this. I was literally hyperventilating while I was opening it. This is not the unicorn model from Pappy.
Right.
That'd be the 23.
Right.
But this has got to be up there in terms of yearly release unicorns. It's any of the Pappy line, any of the BTAC.
Mm-hmm.
And we were blessed enough to get this as our end of the year bottle from all of you.
Thank you, all of you.
Thank you so much.
Really appreciate it.
Great job you guys are doing up there, and everybody gets it. So this is Weeded Mash Bill out of Buffalo Trace. The Van Winkle family still has some to do with it at Buffalo Trace. I know Julian Van Winkle, the second or third, the grandson, is in charge of it now in terms of Buffalo Trace in the program, and I am so excited to get into this. So I need you to do your spiel.
My spiel is simple. We like reviewing. We love bourbon, and how we do it from the top to the top, the bottom. Aroma is 25 points. Flavor is 30 points. Finish is 25 points. Buy and recommend at 10 apiece. I don't remember. Did you say that we need to have you subscribe, like, comment, hit that bell?
I did not.
Well, someone forgot his lines today, but that's totally fun because we look forward to doing these videos, and we'll be very appreciative if you do like, subscribe, hit that bell to be notified when we do have new videos that come up. Put some comments down below. If you've had Van Winkle, let us know your ratings. Why not? If you've had this guy, the 12-year,
follow along with us. Give us your own rating. If you've had previous Pappies, what did you think? Or what is your unicorn bottle that you're still chasing heading into 2026? Let us know down below. With that, I'm ready to get into this. You ready?
Yes, sir.
Launch.
But it's not hazmat. It's nice. It's a 45, baby.
90, yeah. 90.4, 45%. Lovely.
Nice woody smoke.
That is like barrel-aged honey.
Okay, yeah.
And I get
as you die.
Bit of, as I inhale too much and cough. I get a little bit of brown sugar on it. I get a little bit of vanilla on it. But, that is what I want in a 12-year weeded bourbon. That is what I expect, having had several of them now.
Without a shadow of
Happy
doubt.
to smell like. That is phenomenal.
Oh, yes.
Wow. I gotta say, though, flavor-wise, we did make Poor Man's Pappy at a bourbon night once.
Yes, you did.
The aroma and finish are not close, but the taste is
spot on.
Very spot on, surprisingly.
That is delightful.
There's near the back of the palate, right before it gets into that wonderful finish.
Right.
It's not stone fruit. It's almost like strawberry or raspberry, and it just pops for a second on it. That's incredible.
See, I'm definitely getting the stone fruits.
Mm-hmm. And then right before that finish.
And I'm not getting a true hug, but a nice burning sensation that is delightful.
Yeah.
Because it's not overpowering. It's not it's creating character for this wonderful bourbon.
Yeah.
I mean,
I am very quick on the draw with those numbers there. But I knew. Oh, I love that. That's kind of funny. You guys will see what I'm laughing at in a second.
Yeah, I think I'm going there.
Okay. I think we're going to be very, very close on a lot of these. But before we get into it, there are obviously going to be asterisks on buy again and recommend because this is a unicorn bottle. The secondary value widely differs from MSRP, and there is a lack of availability. This is a very hard to get bottle.
Yep.
Although apparently they produced way more this year than they did a couple of years ago.
Nice.
So we're getting into that. Let us start at the start, and that is the aroma.
Aroma out of 25. What did you give it?
I gave it a 25 out of 25.
Okay.
That is what I want a bourbon to smell like. Or a 12-year-old 90 proof bourbon to smell like.
There you go.
Honey, oak, vanilla, a little bit of brown sugar, not too heavy on the nose, just pitch perfect. No bad notes. No, you're not smelling too much barrel char. You're not smelling too much aged funk. Everything is in balance.
Right.
And so that's why it should be a 25, but because of the balance, 25 out of 25.
There you go.
What did you give it?
I gave it 24 out of 25 just because I feel like I can't give it the perfect quite yet.
Okay.
Because I feel like it's older. Van Winkle 21, Van Winkle 25 may still have just that aroma that is what I'm looking for. Me, myself, and I.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, very appreciative. I mean, it is what bourbon should be. For 12 years, that is a lovely aroma to start out a good bourbon.
Yes, for sure. Let's move on to the flavor because I feel like this is where we're going to spend a lot of time talking.
Yep.
Out of 30.
Out of 30, 27.
I also gave it a 27. It has a lot of things I like. It has a couple things I don't necessarily like.
Right.
I think as it transitions through the student fruit, you get a little bit of bitter oak.
True.
There's just minor things that could be better. And I know there are Pappies that taste better than this.
True.
So took a couple points off from me. But it still scored very, very high.
Of course. Yep. Again, 27. Flavor-wise, I just don't know where to draw the line on the flavor with the finish because, like, when I have it, it subtly goes down the throat, gives a nice burn, and that burn I feel like is part of the flavor, not the finish, but at the same time it's part of the finish.
Yeah.
And that's where we're leading into next is out of 25, I gave it 23.
You and I totally agree. I gave it a 23 out of 25. I like I don't know if you've ever had the honeycomb candy.
Been a long yes.
Yeah.
Long time,
tastes
but
like
yes.
that or like the honey sticks. But there's too much bitter oak on there for me to give it a 24 or 25, but it is still one of the better finishes we had this year.
There we go. Yep.
Takes a lot for me to say that.
Understandable.
I think it's a very well balanced sip from start to end. It definitely transitions from being overly sweet on the aroma, which is kind of what you want. It's inviting, to having that wonderful like toasted honey bitter oak finish, and it kind of is. It tells a story in the sip,
right?
Which a lot of bourbons want to do, but I don't think they're as successful as the Van Winkle family doing that, and there's a reason they've been around for forever. I think being objective about it, the Russells are also on that list of who can do that with bourbon.
True.
Moving on to buy again.
Recommend. Yeah. So this is where buy again recommend is going to have my caveat with the MSRP. If you get it at first, you know, that 150 mark, 100%, 9 out of 10. Both recommend and buy again. Going into the 700 mark, if it's really like one of your unicorns, I would recommend it still 100%, but that would be a 5 out of 10. Buy again at that 700 price. I feel like I can get a few more bottles of awesomeness to try for that 700. So it's kind of hard to buy it at that 700, but having a backup bottle, 100% would want it if possible. It just comes down to availability.
So buy again for me, I'm giving it a 10 out of 10. I definitely would love a backup bottle of it on my shelf. I feel like I need a backup bottle of it because I'm going to enjoy drinking this a little bit too much. And so for me, that's a 10. I do care about the secondary price because that is typically how you find these, but it's also easy enough to walk into a store with cash and make a relationship to a guy where you can get it under secondary.
There you go.
Without much effort. And so for me, that put it at a 10 out of 10. But for recommend, I did knock a couple points off and gave it a 7 out of 10 because at the price and having to build those relationships or spend upper 4 digits, low 5 digits at a store to get it at MSRP,
Right.
I can't in good conscience give it a 10 out of 10 on recommend. But, Costco sells them at MSRP. There's lotteries in different states that give them an MSRPs. It's common enough to find them at that I feel confident giving it that 7 out of 10.
There you go. I like it. I love it. Again, by now the score of the total is over the bottle upon magical editing by this guy right here. With that, any last results, comments?
I don't think so. I know we're going to see this sucker at the end of the year, though.
Of course.
That just blew our previous high score out. But
it happens.
It's been a really fun year doing this for the first year of the channel, guys. And we have some bangers coming up to end the year.
Yep.
And it's because I wanted to give you guys some fun reviews of unicorns. And also have them in the end of the year to see how they hold up against some of the other unicorns we got early in the year. And even some shelfers. I think Jack Toasted is going to make the bracket that we're doing. And so...
Jack 12?
Jack 14.
14. There we go.
So... We've got a few videos left this year, but we're going to try and give you banger after banger review and blind for the end of the year, for the bourbon of the year. So with that, I'm Ryan.
I'm Doug. Remember to like, subscribe, hit that bell for notifications when he puts up the next videos. Shoot us some comments down below, and we'll look forward to reading them and getting back to you during the next Rick House reviews. We'll see you next time.
Peace out, guys.